Alright guys, welcome back to another session of learning how to Unity. Learning how to use Unity. So I think we last left off doing the numbers wizard for but the UI version. So we're going to create a UI for our numbers wizard. So yeah, while this thing loads up, I guess I can just clean this up for a bit. I guess I can create the screen. I kinda did. Let me just see. So this is what we have so far in terms of our design. So we can also edit it. I mean, and we're gonna so my plan was to use a magical font like the one showed here or here, replace the text for either one, and then color the buttons. I'm not sure what other scenes that we're gonna create, but we'll see. I know there's 3 screens, there's 3 states. It's when you start, and so this is the intro screen, and then it'll be like another screen. It'll be, you can use the same colors as blue, and then we'll have like the 3 buttons. Oh wow, you can't see it. Oh, because it's, so we're gonna have 3 buttons, or he had it like where all 3 were stacked on top of each other, but for mine, I guess let's have it like this. Oops. Oh, not like that, but like something like this, and then we have the number where it says like is your number, and then it'll append like a question mark at the end, and then it'll be saying higher, lower, and correct. So this would be the main screen, I guess. And then if we create a new one, this will be the what happens at the end, and then we can see if we can find like a wizard that's like, let's see, Merlin happy. Oh, well, this is not what I wanted, but it has to be a picture. Or should I use a different one? This one's when he solves it. And then Merlin wizard. I need to find one where he's like serious. No. How about like this? He doesn't seem that happy, but save image. Oops. So we're gonna have this one. And essentially what is this? Or actually put it down. Or what we can do is have like a wizard that's thinking. This could work. Then we can have like in the other one where it was like here. Don't save. We can have Merlin like thinking, and it could be like a cloud, right? So it'll be like something like this, but let's actually remove this. So we can have, there it is, like this is actually perfect. I'll just have the number here. Oops, number. Or would it be a text box? No, it's fine. We'll figure it as we go. So this is the wrong one. So there we go. Open project. Number desert. So now we gotta wait for that. I'm actually gonna watch the video just to see what's gonna happen. So there is an actual UI for a button, kind of like how we had text. And he also, you know, like what we did in our previous game, he made it so that the aspect ratio was more consistent. And like instead of having a static resolution where, you know, I had it as 1920 by 1080, he made sure to edit his game in the 16:9 aspect ratio, but making sure that the resolution adapted to a 1920 by 1080 look. I'm still unsure what goes behind on that, so I have no idea what I just said. I'm just kidding. Let's see. So we have to create a canvas so that we can start adding stuff to it. So we could have a UI and then a canvas. And it automatically gives us an event system. So again, we would change scale with screen size, because in our game, which we'll add here, we're going to do a 16:9. But we're going to make sure that the reference resolution, let's quickly look at what it means. The resolution the UI layout is designed for. If the screen resolution is larger, the UI will be scaled up, and if it's smaller, the UI will be scaled down. This is done in accordance with the screen match mode. So I guess it references that our game is trying to be 1920 by 1080, so it's going to try to keep that aspect ratio within the screen, I guess. So, oh yeah, this is the canvas, and what we can do is just set the camera or wait, oh wait, did not save. Should I do something else? So the canvas is pretty big at the moment. I forgot what we did to kind of put this within the screen. So what we can do is click on button and then press F to get the focus. And then we can scroll out, and then that's where the button's going to be. So this is an anchor point. So I think we're learning about anchoring, which is, from what I remember, has something to do with making sure that everything is like more dynamic, right? So it adjusts to whatever screen size, aspect ratio that we have, depending on the user's monitor. We want our game to look consistent. So using anchors can be very beneficial. I guess a better visual would be if we had free aspect. So as you can tell, like, the button's increasing, because right now we have our anchors set to stretch, so it's going to stretch based on the I guess the aspect ratio, but I guess depending how we want to stretch it. So if we stretch it at the top, middle, or bottom, I wonder if there's going to be a difference. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't expect that. So what if we stretched at the top or at the middle? It should stay the same, right? Yeah, I might need to get familiar with them. Like, this is kind of tricky actually. So it looks like it's relative to this anchor here. Yeah, probably need to mess around with it a little bit more and maybe to understand it. So he's showing an example where, like, if it's we're going to the right and at the top, and then we set our button to be positioned in relative to the right, like right here. It's gonna try its best to make sure that it's gonna stay on the right side. Oh wait, yeah, we have to check for the aspect. So in the right side, it's trying to make sure that it stays in the right side, which is what it does. So let's see what it does in the center. Seems like it's the same. I guess there's just special scenarios where you had to use the specific ones, but I guess it looks the same to me. Yeah, it looks the same to me. Maybe I'm missing something. Or stretching in the just stretch it out. But for the most part, I do think like using any one of these will be good for me for the time being, you know, as I'm just still learning. Unless there's a better way, but oh, I see. So in terms of where the anchor is at, it's gonna try to make sure it's closest to there. So if I were to increase like this side, it doesn't seem to make a difference until I do this. Yeah, maybe there isn't really a difference between choosing one of the top views, but let's say we choose the bottom. So it's, if I'm increasing the screen of the game, the button is going upwards. Hold up. I'm gonna click and drag some assets like this, Merlin, and yeah, I guess that should be good for now. I'll look into the whole anchoring in a bit later, I guess. Maybe it'll click on to me when it'll click like, hopefully it'll click when I'm going through this, or when I do more projects and I start seeing the use of it. So now we're going to create an image so we can import it here. Oh, we gotta, sorry, we gotta make sure, we gotta put everything back. So we gotta put it in the 16:9 by aspect ratio. And the button now has to be, well, I kind of stretched it and that was my bad. But we can just fix that again using this and then bring it back down in the camera. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we set the native size in case if we kind of want our pictures to be not stretched looking, I guess is the best way to say it. So like something like this would be kind of bad considering you can see like the quality decreasing as you stretch the image. But we can just set it to native size to make it look much better. Holding shift and then increasing it will keep the ratio perfect. So we're getting a challenge to utilize the anchors so that, let's say if I want Merlin to just be at the bottom of the screen, I want to make sure that like no matter what, Merlin should remain at the bottom of the screen. Currently it's anchored in the center, so it's relative to the center. So if we try to stretch, it's gonna, I guess, push it. You know what? No, I'm still kind of confused about it. But this would be a good time to learn, right? Alright, so we have to create a start button and anchor it to the right of the screen. Let's just go ahead and look at, well, let's go 16:9. So you want to anchor this. Our goal is trying to make this stay at the bottom no matter what resolution is given to us. It's kind of like this, but you know, we're going to try it in free aspect ratio. And it does have to have something to do with anchoring. So what if I did bottom left, considering that's where we want it to be, that's where we want our image to be closest to as possible. So how about that, and then just have it like this. And then in the button, he wants us to make sure it's always closest to the right side. So how about right middle? So then now let's go check out the aspect ratio. Oh wow. It may not be like, actually it is following it. So this one's staying closest to the bottom left, and this one's trying to stay closest to the right. It's pretty cool. and then I'll probably have like a thought bubble, like I am the number wizard or something like that, which I'll have to probably import. Oh wow, so he actually had a different way of doing it. So he would click on our image and then you press Alt and they actually show you where you can align your image. So we can do it at top left, middle center, or left center, left middle, middle left, the center, above, right? So no matter what, I guess it just stays there. It gets anchored and doesn't move from that position of the screen. The difference between, so one is more like free flow, I think that's the word, and the other one is like to help you like choose. I guess this is good for HUD creation, if especially you want something to be like right there. It's a lot easier to grasp than just like having it here and just like placing it there. Just in my opinion, but yeah. Before we move on, I do want to add some more flair to the screen. So we're going to create a think cloud PNG. So what's a good one? I think this one would be good. So we're going to download this. Save image as, oh, it's HTML. I guess that's it for today. Oh, that's fine. You know, at least got exposed to anchors, and I think that's going to be very useful, like in the future. All right, so that's it. So see ya. Peace.